Southeastern Cellular is your BlackBerry headquarters. If you haven't seen this amazing device, just let me tell you a few things about it. It pushes emails straight to your phone instead of having to retrieve it. It downloads music, TV programs, weather radar, and it has a GPS navigation. And so much more that I cannot tell you in this short time. So come by any of our newly remodeled offices for information and special discounts on BlackBerry devices when you mention that you heard this ad on Big Boyz Toys. Remember, Southeastern Cellular, an authorized retailer of AT&T.
Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller. Welcome to this week's episode of Big Boyz Toys. Yes, it's January 2008. And like we do each and every year, it's the New Year special of Big Boyz Toys. What I do, go back through the year and pick out some of the cars that stood out, different months, that kind of stood out to me from all over Alabama, because we went a little bit of everywhere this year. And our 6th year, we're going into our 6th year. Can you believe it? 2002, we started Big Boyz Toys, and look at it, it's still going strong. Cars everywhere. And like I say, each and every week, it's the sponsors, you people that watch this show that keeps us up in the ratings, and the car owners that keeps Big Boyz Toys going. So, first of all, from me and all my staff, from everybody, thank you very much. The car owners, the fans, and the sponsors, most of all the sponsors, for keeping us on the air for 6 years. Sit back and relax. I'm going to show you what we did in 2007.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Big Boyz Toys. Tonight, your host Barry Miller will bring you the sleekest, trimmest automobiles from around the area that have been beautifully restored. If you love streamlined, full-force race cams, then this show is for you. So sit back, but don't get too relaxed. This is Big Boyz Toys.
We're in the beautiful showroom of Billy Beatty Auto Super Center right here in Oxford, Alabama. Billy, welcome back to Big Boyz Toys. He was the first car dealer on Big Boyz Toys, and he is back.
Thank you, Barry. We're glad to be a sponsor of Big Boyz Toys. We want to invite all of our customers, previous customers. Barry, we got almost 200 cars on this lot. I've been in car business here all my life in Calhoun County, and we want to invite in all of our customers, any new customers. We love to trade here, Barry. Even you've bought 4 cars from us in the last 2 years.
I've bought a lot of cars here, and hey, you old guys, when you come down here, he's a car enthusiast too. You got vets sitting around here, Camaros. He can show you anything you want to see, but his specialty is these late model cars that's just gorgeous. 2005 Ford GT, Mr. Richard Bentley. This thing was great. The GTs, they just come back out, and they got rear engines, and everybody says, hey, but these things run. Richard said this one runs good. Check out the Ford GT. Next vehicle, 2005 Ford GT 500. Richard Bentley. Welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Now everybody, tell me about this car, because we went somewhere last night and they went crazy over this car. Tell me about this car and why Ford built it.
Well, first of all, it's called a Ford GT. Now the GT 500s is a Mustang. So,
okay, it's
well,
called.
no problem. I have several people has done that. When I said, well, you won't know what I'm talking about. He said, well, what is it? I said, it's a Ford GT. Oh, my brother's got a Mustang. I said, it's not a Mustang. After 4 or 5 times, they understand it's not a Mustang. But this is a remake or a copy of the original one. They built these back in 66 and 67. Enzo Ferrari was wanting to sell Ferrari, and Henry II of Ford Motor Company was wanting to buy the company, and they went over there with all their pencil pushers and had decided on a price. And Ford said, well, I'll buy it. Well, right before they signed, Ferrari says, well, I want to be in charge of the racing program. And Henry II says, no. He's a little cocky, rich person. He said, well, I'll just, no. Yeah. He went back to the U.S. and built these cars to race him and to show that he wasn't dominant. So they took the old 427s that was a proven NASCAR car engine and put it in these little guys. And they were called it was a GT40, and they were Mark IIs, and they built Mark IVs. But they still run the old 427 NASCAR motor. In 66, they won it 66, 67, 68, and I believe 69. They showed Ferrari what they could do, an American company could do, and then after that program, they just discontinued it, so they no longer did it. So this car had been put in the historical books for years, and then his grandson came out and decided he wanted to build a car to look just like it. So they took the new 5.4 truck motor and put the Cobra heads on it and put a blower on it and came up with about 550 horsepower and a new body style. If you just see it, you think same, but if you put them side by side, this is a longer, taller, and wider car. What the GT40 stood for was 40 inches off the ground, and these are 44 inches. They added 4 inches for head height because there was a race car driver, Dan Gurney, that raced these GT40s at Le Mans, and they had to put a bubble on the top of the car so he could fit in it. And they called them the Gurney bubble. So to eliminate that, they just raised the car 44 inches instead of 40 inches. And it'll outrun the original car. These were clocked at 205, and I've had this one at 180.
Anything else you want to do to the car? I know it comes like this.
It comes like this. I don't want to do anything. There's some guys that's changing the pulleys, changing the exhaust and chipping it, and he is getting 7 1/4 out of it, but I don't want to do anything like that. That's just some toy I enjoy driving.
And your little grandbaby likes riding in it, don't
Oh yeah, she says, go fast, Pop, go fast.
she likes to go fast. She said she can't see the road, though.
I can't see the road. Let me get up so I can see the road.
Yeah, tell her, he says, cars in front of us, baby. And then she'll ask him a few minutes later, is there any more cars up there? She said, no. Want you to speed it up then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Barry.
he's giving us the class on the Ford GT. I left the 500 out of it. We'll be right back. Piedmont Outdoors, Main Street, Piedmont, Alabama is the place to go for the most name brand products in one location. They carry Steel, Snapper, Mahindra tractors, John Deere equipment, clothing, and even toys. But most of all, they're the Can-Am and Arctic Cat all-terrain vehicle dealer for this area. They also have all the accessories and equipment you need for your ATV for hunting, or if you just want to be sport riding, they've got it all. It's worth the drive to Piedmont, Alabama from anywhere for their selection and savings. Go by today or call them at 256-447-7211. Tell them Barry Miller told you to call. The Courthouse Cafe, downtown Anniston, right beside the courthouse, under new ownership and management. Angie Mabry and her staff have breakfast specials each and every day. Lunch specials, there's something different each and every day. Orders to go, she said, not a problem. You can get orders to go anytime she's there. She was voted the best ribs in Calhoun County for 07, and she said butts, ribs, and chicken, she's the best in Calhoun County. Give them a call today at 741-1691, or stop by the Courthouse Cafe, tell them Barry Miller sent you. You never know, you might catch me at eating lunch one day. We'll see you there. You know, Piggly Wiggly, that's a name you've heard ever since you was a child. I've heard it since I was a child. It's a grocery store above all grocery stores. It has just about anything you want in the Piggly Wiggly stores. Go by the local Piggly Wiggly store in Odenville, Center, Cedar Bluff, Collinsville, and the brand new store down in Asheville, and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by, and you want to see how much money you can save on your grocery bill. They have a meat department and a fresh produce department in each and every store, fresh produce each and every day, and they cut their meat right there on their location. Tell them I sent you by. Brad Carroll, 1963 VW Volkswagen. You know, Volkswagens are hard to find, but there are people out there that fixes these Volkswagens up. Brad did a good job on this one. First vehicle, Brad Carroll, a 1963 Volkswagen Bug. Brad, welcome to Big Boys Toys. A little unique Volkswagen. Tell me a little bit about it and what all have you done to it?
Well, we got the air ride suspension on it. In the interior, we kind of gave it the old school hot rod look to it. It's got the metal flake and on the dash, steering wheel, and stuff like that. You know, it's basically just wanted to be a little bit different, you know, with the air ride on it.
Yeah, it's different. What made you pick a 63 Volkswagen?
Well, I've always been into Volkswagens, and they're a whole lot more fun. And in somewhat way, they're a whole lot cheaper to build than some of those other cars that, of course, I was into that scene too, with the Hondas and all that kind of stuff. But
you said it's easier to build. Is it easy to get parts for these old Volkswagens? Or?
Well, it depends on how far down you go in the years. Yeah, it's fairly easy to get parts for.
These things was back when I was a teenager. You seen a lot of the teenage girls driving them because you can fill them up with gas and drive forever.
I get a little bit better gas mileage than my personal vehicle.
Now, how long did it take you to fix it up and do all the stuff you've done to it?
I probably had it about 6 years now, but really did all this kind of stuff to it in about a year and a half.
But when you made it sit down back there, the wheels went out like that. Is that just the way the suspension is?
Yeah, it's just a suspension. It's a swing axle. When you let it down, they'll swing up like that.
Back in the day, when you jacked these up to change the tires and all, every time you put them down, they'd lean in till you drove it. Once you started down the road, they'd straighten up.
That's right. The torsions will settle back down and everything after a while.
Now, you did the metal flaking all on the steering wheel dash yourself, or?
A friend of mine did that for me, but of course it was my idea though.
And you don't have to worry about it overheat.
Yeah, you do, but you got to keep them tuned right, you know.
But you ain't got a radiator, so water ain't gonna boil anyway.
No.
Now, what size motor and all's in it?
It's got just a 1600cc motor in it. It's the car used to be a 6-volt car, but it's been converted over 12-volt. And so it's got a little bit more pep than that year should have.
So you actually had to switch it to 12-volt to put all the stuff you wanted to put on it, right? It wasn't going to run on 6-volt.
Right, yeah.
So to convert all that over, was it hard?
Not really, except for the transmission. The stock transmission has to be made room for to allow for the flywheel to go in. If not, your flywheel would just rub and all that kind of stuff. That's basically all you have to really do.
UPS would be real happy, wouldn't they?
Oh,
got a UPS Volkswagen right around. All you got to do is you need to get them give you a UPS sticker to go on it.
Yeah, a friend of mine's going to try to give me up a sticker.
Yeah, just put your big UPS sticker on both sides of it. Instead of a number like old Herbie's got, you just have a UPS sticker.
That's right.
Now, these mirrors and all come on the 63s on the fenders like that?
Well, that was actually a accessory back in the 60s in Germany. So they didn't really actually come on. That was just kind of like an aftermarket thing.
Did you find the car here or?
Yes.
Around Tuscaloosa area? Or?
I was in Alger, Alabama.
So this is one you just found out in the field, or they actually restored it some for you?
No, it was just sitting there mostly in the barn all its life, and all I had to do was put the motor back in it. The body was pretty straight when we ended up painting it.
Ain't a lot of body there, is it?
No, but it's a lot of curves.
It's a lot, yeah. Now, do you drive this to all the shows, or you?
Yeah, I drive it all to the shows. Yeah.
You went to any just Volkswagen?
Oh yeah, I got to do a lot of Volkswagen shows.
Just Volkswagens only? Because there's a lot of people that's fixing up the Volkswagen trucks, the Bugs, the Super Beetles. Super Beetles, you see a lot of them around. Actually, they come out with the new Bugs 4 years ago because they sold us a good way back there. They're going to try it again. And the new ones, to me, is not like the old ones.
Oh no.
They're just
No.
entirely
They're
different.
okay because they have air conditioning. That's about it.
You got air in that, don't you? Them vent windows, push them vent windows
Yeah,
out.
if you got to go about 60 or 80 to get some good air going.
And it'll run that fast, too. Them little things will just get it to be no bigger motor than is in the car. Anything else you want to do to it?
Just keep it alive. That's about it. Just keep it going.
You got another Volkswagen, too, you're working on, or is this the only one?
This is the only one.
Tell you what, it's a good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you
thank
being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Big Boys Toys. We're going to jump to from a Volkswagen to an S10. I guarantee you ain't seen an S10 like this before. We'll be right back.
This is Chuck Ward of Billy Isom GMAC Real Estate. Today's home sellers and buyers expect and deserve premier service. They also know that no other real estate company has more listings than Billy Isom GMAC. We have over 386 active listings in Calhoun County. That is 1 out of every 3. No other company comes close. Delivering premier service to our clients is the reason that Billy Isom GMAC is the market leader in Calhoun County. For your premier service experience, call us or check us out on the web at billyisom.com.
Farmers and Merchants Bank. Farmers and Merchants Bank's got 4 locations to serve you. Piedmont, Anniston, Oxford, and downtown Jacksonville. 90 years of service. I'll tell you what, Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank. You know, it's not like any other bank around. You can go in and they get your decision today. They make your decision on a loan or whatever you need right in that location. You have a personal banker that takes care of you right here. Don't have to send it to Birmingham, Charlotte, or anywhere. Go by one of the Farmers and Merchants Bank today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. You know, when someone smiles at you during the day, it kind of makes you feel great all over. Dr. Travis Phillips and his friendly staff right here in Oxford, Alabama, says stop by their office and they'll help put that beautiful smile on your face. They have teeth whitening, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental hygienist, oral surgery, everything right here in Oxford, Alabama. He has full x-rays and partial x-rays that he does right in his office, and you'll find out right then what he needs to do. They got professional staff. They have a saying, go the extra mile for the beautiful smile. Stop by and tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. 30 Ford Model A, John Beasley. John's another one. You know, he likes the Model A's. John said he'd rather fix the Model A's than anything. And I can't remember where we caught John at, but we caught him somewhere in the state of Alabama. Next vehicle, John Beasley, a 1930 Ford Model A. John, welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Glad to be here.
These rascals, I like Oakville. You find a lot of cars you don't see a lot of. Tell me about your Model A. You don't see a lot of these riding around the road unless
No,
you
you
go.
don't.
You go to cruise-ins and car show. Odenville, you'll see a bunch of them, but most of them, cross shows, you don't see the whole.
Not many. It's a 1930 Model A coupe, and I put it back pretty well original. I got 12-volt system, alternator, and modern lights where we run at night.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 24.7 horsepower.
You can get it, can't you? You can move on up a road. Well, with 27 horsepower, I run faster than people think it will.
It runs about 70. It cruised good at 50.
And you get on the road and cruise pretty good with no more horsepower than that. People think, ain't no way. Yeah, it'll do it.
It'll do it.
You ain't got to be going down a cliff either.
No.
Off a mountain or something like that. Now, have you got this only one you got, the Model A?
No, I'm doing a 1930 four-door now. I hope to have it by next spring.
What makes you want to restore or build the A models instead of the later models?
I just like old Model A's, more my age.
Now, is it hard to get parts for them things?
No, you can get them. You can get parts for them.
People, you look at it and say, where in the world would you get parts for that car? Do they still make them?
They make them. Sure do.
You just have to special order them or something like that?
Right, you order them. There's one company that has some of the old Ford tooling to redo the parts.
Buy the old cars and redo the parts, or
No, they got the tooling that does the parts for the Model A.
that actually duplicates the part?
Right.
And that actually makes it more original that way.
That's right.
Because it's not the original part, but it looks just like it. It's a replica.
That's right.
Now, what color do you call that? It's like a different.
No,
I know
it's
Model A's was a lot of different colors.
Right. That's it's called chickle drab. That was the correct color for that Model A for that year.
You know, back in Model A's, though, they had a lot of pretty colors, too.
Right, they did.
The beige and the blacks mixed and all. They had a good mixture of colors in the Model A's.
Right.
You know, I know when they first started, they said, Henry Ford said you could have any 2 colors you want, black or black.
Right.
That's all they had, black or black.
Right, but 28 came out with colored. All the Model T's were black. And then the Model A started in 28. You get different colors.
Yeah. Now, what colors you want you fixing up?
It's going to be black with yellow wheels.
Black with yellow. Now, where all do you take this car? Where you live around here or
I live close to Asheville.
Nashville? So you got a pretty little drive.
I was on you all day today.
Yeah, I heard they had a big show up there. Is it Crossroad Cruisers doing it, or?
I believe it was.
I just heard they had a show in on today.
Yeah, they had a good show.
I didn't know who all put it on. Anything else you want to do to this, or you just working on the other one?
That's all. I'm going to do that. And I bought it, and it looked rough. Then my wife worked on it 2 years, and I've been driving it this second year.
Second year.
But I've taken it down to the ground. Every bearing, race seal, just everything it needs. It's almost new, like new.
And it's a whole lot better to do it that way because you can go and don't have to worry about it.
I can go anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it at all.
And you don't have air.
No, yeah, it does. That windshield.
Yeah. Now the windshield
swing out
comes
the
down,
bottom.
don't it?
No, it comes out at the bottom.
It flips
Swings
up.
Right.
You can fight the bugs, you got air. Don't ride at night, though. Them bugs hurt. It's like
not
riding a
bad.
motorcycle.
It's not
Them
bad
bugs
at
will
night.
get you.
The wind push them away or something, but it's not bad at night at all. I drive it at night. I drive it whenever I want.
And it's got windshield wipers on it.
Does There's not much, but
Just enough to just wipe it off, just a tan.
about it. I don't drive in the rain if I can help it. I get caught in it, about it.
I'll tell you what, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the
Thank
show.
you. I
We'll be
appreciate
right back. St. Clair County Farmers Co-op at the intersection of Hardwick Road and Highway 78 in Pell City, Alabama. I tell you what, co-op's what it means. It's got anything you want. Science night food for your pets. They have tack. They have feed for all type of animals. Deer hunters, they got tree stands. They got clothing, camo, you name it, it's there. Cowboy hats, blue jeans, tools, hardware needs, anything you can think of, they've got right there at the Farmers Co-op. Call Matthew or one of his staff today at 205-338-2821. Tell him I told you to call. Now, T. Hall Harley-Davidson, right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road. They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith or George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Charles Harley-Davidson today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Collier Motors Paint and Body Work right there in Sylacauga, Alabama. Norman Collier and his staff. I tell you what, these are the most professional guys I've seen in a long time. You know, they got my 55 down there. You see a picture over here? I'm going to show you what it looks like when Norman gets done with it. Insurance work, minor accidents, major accidents, hail damage, you name it, Norman M can fix it. When they get done fixing it, you'll never know that vehicle's been wrecked. Norman M are just great. Give Norman a call today, 256-249-2900. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Mark Bird had a 1958 Chevrolet. You know, Chevrolets 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59s, they changed a lot during them 5 years. But the 58 is one you will never forget. Check out the 58 Chevrolet. Next vehicle, 58 Chevy sedan delivery. Mark Bird. Mark, welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Thank you.
Now you bought me. The guy went with me. I go. He said, "You got to get that hearse." I said, "Man, that ain't no hearse."
Tell them to read
He
them.
said, "Well, you can't see it." I said, "It ain't no hearse. Ain't no dead people in there."
No, not yet. Anyway.
Tell me a little bit about your car.
It came out of Connecticut. It was a school car out of Connecticut, and a boy bought it in Kentucky, and I bought it from him.
School car.
School work car. You know, I guess they worked out of it. Is my guess.
58s are hard to find anyway. How do you find that sedan delivery?
I just looked for.
You come up with some of the weird cars.
I come up with some odd stuff.
I mean, you
I
got
look
some
for
pretty
it.
cars, but where do you find them all at?
I search around. That one came off eBay. Is where it came from.
Everybody's getting them off eBay. I was telling a guy a while ago up here. Seems like everybody's buying cars off eBay now.
If you want something different, that's where you got to go.
And you just, where was it at? It was
in Kentucky.
Did you go get it, or?
He brought it. He painted off, see the stuff on the side of it. He did the big car shows and did pinstriping and worked out of it. He traveled the U.S., traveled in it.
Now, has it got air and everything in it?
Air ride, no air conditioning. It's got air ride suspension.
I go all over the U.S. You better give me some air
He
conditioning.
was a younger guy though.
Oh, he's young.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually do anything you want to do in it.
Yeah.
And
It's fun.
that flat black, that's the look these days. I've been videoing a lot of cars here lately that go in with the flat black. They say it's all the old cars in the old books. That's what
The
they
old
had,
rat
flat
rod.
black. How many knows when Henry Ford come out with a Ford A model, T model, how many colors you could get? First
know.
T model come out, he said you can have any color you want as long as it's black. Black, black, or black.
That was it.
That's the only three
That was
colors
it.
you can get. You
Black.
get black, black, or black. Now, he did all the flame work and all on
Right,
it
he
too?
did. He did all the pinstriping.
Now, how long have you had this one?
About December somewhere.
Now, where all do you go? What all car shows you go
Just
with?
about everywhere. You know, one day things. We'll go to Nauvoo and
That's a good show up Nauvoo, too.
it is a good show.
Out in the country.
Right.
Well, it ain't country, it's just an antique town. They have a ball up there.
Well, Nakalula Falls.
Nakalula's this coming weekend.
This coming. No, we won't get it though.
Yeah,
We'll have to.
No, Nakalula's this coming weekend. Anything else you want to do to it, or you want to leave it the same color and all it is now?
Just about like it is. I got some patching and stuff.
Now, what all's in the back of it? Just,
Just looks like hers, to be honest with you. It's
you ain't got no casket in it, do you?
no, got no casket.
Don't put
in
no
it.
casket in
Got
it.
a casket in it
Right,
there.
trouble is
That's
him.
trouble.
And you talking about cars, I tried to get him 3 years ago, get me a job at the county. That boy got more cars.
He's got some cars now.
I mean,
and money too.
Yeah, he must make a lot of money at the county. He got cars stretched out everywhere. Cars, and more cars.
Cars,
What's he
boats.
driving today? Oh, he's driving a low-riding truck
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
You know, you can't. Can't hide
You
money.
never know. You
You
can't
never,
hide money.
you never
You
know
can't
when he's
hide
going
it.
to pop
That's
in and
right.
when he's going to pop in. So you just want to leave this one like it is?
Yeah, virtually what it is.
Now I know you'll sell one in a minute.
I'll
Prices,
sell one in
right?
a minute. Yeah, I will.
Why, did you just get them and want to swap up and get
When I
something else?
Get tired of it quick. Yeah, that's about it.
Get tired of it. You still got the purple one?
No.
Where'd it go? I like this.
Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
That purple one's a pretty car. I love that purple car.
Yeah, went to Baton Rouge.
Y'all paint this in purple. That'd be different.
That'd be different. Yeah.
That'd be real different. A purple 58 sedan delivery. Never painted about the purple that Cadillac sitting there, that hell dog sitting over there.
That would be.
Now
I like it.
That's purple. And he can't rob no banks, and they'll see he's
That's
at
right.
the car show
That's
every
right.
time he pulls up.
That's right.
Now them with the actual white walls, is it just got the chrome reverse rims? I can't see on the back.
There they are.
The chrome reverse with the center
Right,
caps
right,
and all that.
right.
Because I couldn't see on the back. Does that pipe actually work? Or
It
does
does.
look?
It's hooked up. Got the small mufflers about a foot long on it.
You ever got out in shorts, burnt your leg? Don't say no.
No, I haven't. But I burnt my ankles. I know better to step on.
It-
I'm
it
old,
gets
old
hot.
rod.
It gets hot quick on them pipes. Tell you what, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. You know, 90% of most homeowners don't know they have a pest or termite problem until they have a very expensive repair bill. Why not let the professional staff at Rice Pest Control inspect your home before it happens? With 50 years of experience in Northeast Alabama and with their free termite inspection for new customers, don't you think it's better be safe than sorry? Call Tracy Rice today or one of his sales staff. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Hey, if you mention Big Boyz Toys, you get 50% off your first initial service. So call them today at 1-800-850-4661. Triplet Paint and Decorating right here on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston is your home improvement headquarters for this area. They have DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints that go on good and look great once they're on. They also have all the materials needed to do that special job around the house. Carpets, they carry Shaw and Mohawk. Hardwood floors by Robin, so everything is in one location. Remember, DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints are used by professionals all over the United States, and it's one of the best on the market. Stop by today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to stop by. If you want to go out for the evening or fine dining, you can find it right here in downtown Anniston at Classic Old Noble. The atmosphere is set for a quiet dinner for 2 or a party for 20. They have a lounging area upstairs so you can have a drink with a friend or a business associate. They also have a seating available upstairs in a nice quiet atmosphere. Classic Old Noble also caters for special events and parties for any amount of people from 2 to 20 to 200. Stop by Classic Old Noble today and tell them Barry Miller sent you by. Looking for a classic car? Don't know where to look? I got the answer for you. Austin Hines Motors in Arab, Alabama. Austin has 55, 56, 57 Chevrolets, Camaros, Chevelles, Novas, Corvettes. Any type of classic car you could want, he has it in one location. They have over 100 classic cars in stock. They also have cars that you can rebuild yourself and restore yourself right there at that location. He's also the largest wrecker and rollback dealer for this area. So call Austin today, 256-931-2277. Tell him I told you to call. Rex Pinker, 1933 Chrysler. You know, that's another one just like the Volkswagen. Chryslers are hard to find. But, you know, with World of Wheels last year, we found about 5 in one bunch. But a lot of people don't restore the Chryslers. You ask them why, you know, they're hard to find to even try to start restoring. But the old Chrysler was tough old cars in their days. Next vehicle, Rex Pinker, the 1933 Chrysler. Rex, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. Tell me a little bit about the Chrysler. I told them beginning of the show I'm going to show them some stuff they hadn't seen before, and I'm sure they ain't seen one of these in a while.
That's right. There's not many 33 Chrysler convertibles around now. I think there's only about 12, 13 we know is still existing. I've had that in about 3.5 years. A guy in my club builds them, and I got it off of him. He's in the process of building another one just like it now. He's built 4 of them.
Now, where does he find them at if he's...
I found that just the body part in Louisville, Kentucky, at Street Rod Nationals about 10 years ago, and he went to Oklahoma from there, then he came back to Tuscumbia.